Hello and welcome to episode 16 of my Minecraft Survival Let's Play series. In this episode, I think I will be building some more floating islands like I did in the last episode. The original plan was to build a moss farm right over there, on top of that mountain. But the problem is that I cannot get slime and I need slime for sticky pistons. Obviously, my first thought was I'll just go to a slime chunk. And I did look on chunk base to look for a slime chunk because I didn't want to deal with actually looking for one. And this is supposedly a slime chunk, but nothing's spawning. So until obviously I could go further down, but this is just how much I've dug out at the moment. Until I manage to find a slime, get a slime, that's clearly not happening. Obviously the other option is I go to a swamp. So I might look at chunk base and look for a swamp. Just because, yeah, I'd like to build that moss farm. Because I think it'd help with my islands a lot if I had a moss farm. And the reason I want to build it there is the thought would be I'd build a moss farm, then I'd build more of a mountain on top of it with a cliff sticking out, and then the cliff would pour water down here, or rather probably down here because obviously this is blocked at the moment, and that's how I would get the reason for why there's water coming down here. And there is a cat on my keyboard. What's up, baby? Do you have thoughts? Do you have thoughts, click it? Okay, bye bye. So yeah, let's have a quick look at chunk base for a swamp because I didn't see one in my exploration and I cannot be able to properly look for one. Alright, so chunk base says that there is a swamp. Which direction? Which direction? Somewhere over there. Right. And quite far away over there actually, by like 1,000 blocks at least, so that'll be fun to look for. It seems there isn't actually a swamp anywhere nearby, but maybe I'll find some fun stuff on the way there. Okay, ice spikes, fun. Village, nice. I don't think I need anything from here. Oh yeah, that's a fun generation. Oh, swamp. Tiny swamp. Is there not more swamp? I think there's more swamp over that way. Okay, there we go. This is a swamp. I think what happens now is I just walk around and wait for night. Where is the witch that is attacking me? Oh, I have not met one of you guys before. Oh dear, there's many of you. I do not like these new skeletons. I didn't realize they existed and I don't like them. So, turns out I can do the moss farm rather than just more floating islands. Oh, that's probably good to know about. Okay, just like straight ahead from my house probably roughly is where Ocean Monument is. I think it's straight ahead. We'll see in a minute. Okay, not quite straight on, I think, but close. Yeah, so like almost straight on. Okay, so here's the box of things I need. And hopefully I can build this moss farm over there. And we'll see how it goes. First thing to do is flatten it a bit, but we'll see. I'm using a design by Basicredstone. Okay, one thing I will say is if you're in the point where you're trying to cover things up, be aware not to hit the block like I did. I had to cover everything with moss. I don't think it'll affect things at the end, but I'd just rather not have any problems with moss spreading more than it should. Something that I keep forgetting to do is I wanted a map. I wanted a map so I can see how this area looks as it grows. It's already a bit late because obviously we've got the island, we've got this, but I might as well try. So this is the current area. The house. The farm floating island, and I have realised that floating islands are not the best way to actually see what is going on, because you can't really see much here. I mean, all of my path, like my path going here, blends into the path on top of the mountain here, and also blends onto the path not on the mountain here. But that's what it currently looks like, and we'll see how it changes as it goes on, I guess. And over here you can see my moss farm. I feel like I should explain what I'm doing more. So the thought is that I'm making a gradient of a mountain where you start with moss on top of grass, just that blends into that. Then you go to cobble, mossy cobble. Then you go to regular cobble. Then you have gravel, andesite, and then at the end we'll put stone. And then at the top of what the mountain, what I'll probably do is put in a field. So essentially this would go on there, but to ease the transition this has to be at least one block removed, and then maybe sometimes there'll be another one underneath it, but obviously that'll be regular dirt rather than grass. So that's my brief explanation of what's going on with my gradient situation. This is just the standard one I work with whenever I want to build mountains. In my shared server with my friends, my best friend likes to make fun of me for sometimes I will get so absorbed into a mountain that she'll leave and come back a week later and suddenly there's a new mountain that came out of nowhere. But yeah, that's the thoughts of how this is planning. That's how this is going to work. Okay. But now let's carry on with this one. The mantle looks from this side. This side's also good. The front is a bit weird. As in, it should probably be a bit taller on the front, but I think this is fine. This is, yeah, good enough. Issue is, this is really in the wrong place for what I wanted. I should have built it like here, and then it should have gone up higher, because I wanted the water to come here, which means it's not helpful for what I want, but I think this is all I can get done for this video. So next time I might have to build an even taller mountain next to it. And if I do that, then I can add the island that would pour water down. Or rather not island, but park coming out. But yeah, this is fine. And I've got a moss farm marking. And all of this stuff is like almost full. Or full. So I mean that's good. Actually, something I'd like to have a look at is to go underneath this and see how much bird meal there is. Ah! Oh, that is a lot of bird meal. I started with a stack, so I'm actually gonna take like most of this and just leave a stack again. Because I don't want this to just get filled up and all of this to be stuck. And 2, because bone meal is useful. 2 1/4 stacks is that's impressive, but not with the goal. Anyway, I guess this was a good design by Redstone Basics. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!